Ciao, everybody. Okay, so if you know me, you know I love to read. I love, love, love to read. Ever since the beginning of my career, I mean, everything started with a book. Alan Cohen's Why Your Life Sucks changed my whole career, and I became a life coach thanks to him. So reading has been crucial since day one. And I consider myself a biblio coach where I assign books to my clients that have to do with whatever they're going through. And like I said, I am constantly, constantly reading books for myself, for my clients, and for my loved ones. Well, this book right here, Build the Life You Want by Arthur Brooks and Oprah Winfrey, is truly phenomenal. And so I've decided that I was going to create a video series on this book. And first of all, first and foremost, I feel like everybody should own a copy of this book. So go ahead and buy it, read it. Please tell me what you think, and then watch these videos and, give me some feedback. What do you think about the videos and my interpretation of the book? So first and foremost, Arthur Brooks goes into the story of Albina, who happens to be his mother-in-law. And he talks about how her childhood was very rough. She had gone through war. Her father had been imprisoned. She saw death and destruction all around her. And then she grew up and she got married and had 3 children. And then her husband decided to leave her. He just got up, left, no child support, nothing. She had to work and, take care of 3 small children all on her own. Now, for anybody, this would be an extremely upsetting situation, and it was certainly for her. Of course, she was very depressed and very angry about the situation, as anybody would be. But then she decided to change all of that. And so what did she do? And so Arthur Brooks talks about that one day it's like she had an epiphany, right? Like, hold on a second. You know, I can't change my circumstances, but perhaps I can change my reaction to my circumstances. And so this is something that's very important because I talk about this with my clients a lot about how it's all about how we react to situations, not necessarily what we go through, but the reactions that we have, right? Because somebody can be going through something very, very similar and have completely opposite reactions as to the ones that we're having. So your reaction is extremely important. And she understood this. Somehow she had this epiphany. And she was like, you know what? I can't change the circumstances. My husband left. I have 3 children. I'm working really hard. And, sometimes I don't know if I'm going to be able to feed them or keep the lights on, but I can change my reaction. Instead of being angry, depressed, maybe I can change the way I react to the situation. And so she did. And 2, she decided that there was only one person that she could control. She couldn't control, obviously, her husband. She couldn't control, again, the circumstances, but she could control herself. And so she decided to focus on gratitude, hope, compassion, humor. She decided that changing her emotions, her reaction, would help her tremendously. And of course, it did. So she decided to have a different focus. Instead of focusing on being angry, depressed, she decided to invoke feelings of hope, feelings of compassion, and humor. Third, she decided to focus on the 4 pillars of life. And we're going to be talking a lot about this in this little video series that I intend to do about this book. She decided to ameliorate and focus on the 4 pillars of life, which are family, friendships, work, and faith. So again, family, friendship, work, and faith. And with those 3 simple steps, Albina built the lifestyle that she wanted. And toward the end of her life was very happy. And that's how the book starts, talking about, these 3 simple steps that Albina did to completely change the attitude of her life and how magical it was for her and how it could be magical for all of us. So the 4 pillars of life, like I said, is something that he goes into a lot. So as homework, just because this is like the teaser, the first video that I do on this book, is just for you to take inventory. Just start thinking about the 4 pillars of your life: your family life, your friendship, your work, and your faith. And how are you doing in those areas? And is there anything that you could do today to improve any of those areas? And so feel free to send me a message, and I'd love to hear from you. Again, these might seem like very simple steps, like, huh, Connie, that seems too simple. Of course, we're going to go into greater detail about this, but trust me, it's not as simple as it sounds. You're changing your reaction, realizing that you could change you and your emotions, and then deciding to focus on the 4 pillars of life as opposed to focusing on the circumstances that were less than ideal, completely revolutionized her life, and it can yours too. So I cannot wait to delve into this book. Please purchase a copy and let me know what you think. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Ciao.